get it back. We're going to run some clock or maybe throw the dagger.
Hello and welcome back to the Squawking Eagles Podcast. This is episode 199.
Let's go. All right.
Let's go.
That's consistency.
Joined by Miguel Mark.
Let's
got
go.
Deuce back in. Came back to talk about the Chiefs-Eagles game. Excited. We're going to preview a little bit of the Rams-Eagles game this Sunday. We're going to jump in right away here. Chiefs-Eagles game. I think the Eagles might have broke Chris Jones. I think he's broken. I think he might be broken. I want to talk about, the Eagles couldn't, less than 100 yards passing. We want to talk about that. And we want to talk about the fact that the Chiefs have lost 3 games in a row. Also, they've lost 3 games in a row to the Eagles. Chiefs did finally get their three-peat.
Yep.
They finally got their three-peat.
Yep, they sure did.
So there's that.
Jalen's still not a good back, right? Like, he can't.
Jalen can't win a game. Can't win games.
Yeah.
He's 18-0 in the past 18 games.
Game manager.
Exactly. Game manager. Hey, those Super Bowl stats definitely look game manager to me.
Those wins pretty nicely.
Just like he said to Jones, shut your bitch ass up.
I wanted to lead in with that. I wanted to lead in with the fact that Chris Jones is broken and he's screaming on the sideline. They ran the play 7 times. Just stop it, bro. Just stop it. You can't.
I mean, that's just.
Go ahead. All right.
Go ahead, dude. Vent yourself.
The floor is yours. The floor is yours. I want to hear the analysis from a Chiefs fan, a solid Chiefs fan. Respect for coming on here, chatting with us after a loss. Not many guys do that. They don't come back. We don't see him or hear him forever now.
I got you. Listen, first and foremost, let's start here, right?
Okay.
Defense played tremendous. I couldn't have asked for more for as long as they held out for. Obviously, the Eagles, this is a top 3, 1 through 3 offensive team, right? To hold them and to be in that game when the offense is playing this piss poor is extremely admirable, right? And also, let's put this in the air too. Jalen is a game manager. He has one of the best receiving cores in the NFL, and you can't get them the ball. Don't tell me you need Dallas Goedert out there to be successful passing the ball, because when another team that is on a higher caliber right now sees this and they can stop the run game, then what? Then what's going to happen? But let's stay with the Chiefs game for right now.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
The Eagles defense, 100%, they played their best defense as well. I think had Patrick flustered the whole game, especially during the broadcast, they were saying during the Super Bowl, I believe they didn't blitz him one time, but then during this game, they just continuously blitzed them, and we just didn't have an answer for it at all. So at that point, not necessarily outcoached for the whole, I would say, three and a half quarters of the game.
Mark, I know you're chomping a bit. You're chomping.
I'm ready.
I mean, Hurts said it nicely. We won. I mean, that's kind of, but I respect that he comes in with this. It's I don't agree. I put it this way. These two can back me up on this for you. When we first drafted Hurts, my mindset was he was a game manager. Okay. However, I'm going to argue with that now because I've seen too many plays that he has made where the man knows how to make the plays happen in ways other quarterbacks don't. He knows how to look for the passes. He knows how to scramble and how to go get that ball. And what I noticed a lot particularly about our favorite play that the whole world hates on us is the tush push. All right. I'm not going to talk about the whole O-line, D-line thing because there's a whole can of worms just for that. What I noticed was I watched a lot of games because I got Sunday ticket because I'm spending my money in ways I shouldn't when I'm poor, but I do what I do because I love football. I watched a lot of teams try. I watched the Bears try it. I watched the Bills try it. I watch all these teams try it. And you'll notice a lot of times if you watch, go back and watch some plays. The quarterback hikes the ball and then just instantly lean forward. And some quarterbacks, Caleb Williams and others who just aren't as good, like to just fall. And that doesn't get you very far. They're like, oh, it's only 3 feet and I'm 6 foot tall. I can just fall over. You're not falling over, though, because you're being blocked by, 700 pounds of man in front of you. So, it is what it is. Hurts gets that ball, and he takes like a half step, seeing where the play is going. Like he almost like sees the gap, moves his body, and you'll see him reload his legs and lunge and put the power in. And he doesn't just lay out. He, like a running back, chops the legs. So he knows I have to put the power in to get this done. And people go, oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. And everyone goes, well, how come no one else can do it? Because no one else has a quarterback that thinks like that. No one else. I mean, yeah, Josh Allen can squat as much as Hurts, but Josh Allen doesn't do that because he's gotten a few of them, but he couldn't do it against you guys. Your defense stopped him, kind of, last year. But he just, he doesn't look at it that way. Hurts looks at these things, and Hurts doesn't care. He's one of those players that I've always wanted on a team where it's like, I don't care if I'm the leading passer. I don't care if I'm the leading rusher. My care is the only column that matters, the win column. If we win by a point, if we win by 50, doesn't matter at the end of the day, a win's a win. This isn't college ball where the kind of win matters. The end of the year it goes on who has the most wins. Jalen Hurts, call him a game manager, call him a superstar, call him whatever you want. He's a winner. 18 straight games now. That man hasn't lost. I'm fine by it. There's been some close things. Don't get me wrong. I have to throw a special thanks to CeeDee Lamb 2 weeks ago and Travis Kelce this week for being Butterfingers. Definitely helped us. But also a little shout out to Makuba for a beautiful interception. But all points aside, Jalen Hurts is a winner, and that's just what it is. Go Birds.
I think, Miguel, you sent it to me about Jordan Mailata. He said, run the tush push. Just run it, just like us. Run it. I don't care what Adam Schefter said. He said this game was lost in March. Just run it, just like we do. Just there's no one stopping you from doing it. Why aren't you running it?
Exactly. And it's not like we're running the play back to back and moving the ball. We're running the plays when it's necessary, when it's a short yardage, and we just end up getting it because we run the play better. Now, mind you, much of the tush push, Kansas City, their helmet was over the ball. So why they weren't called offsides?
Whoa!
Hold on.
Whoa.
Can I pop on that real quick, Miguel?
Can we get a
hold on
first?
Hold on before because I know Kansas City's obviously going to jump on the whole
millisecond, like a millisecond,
one time,
milliseconds.
But I would like to say, if you go back and you watch the Eagles run the tush push, almost the entirety of last year, you watch any play and you look right down the line, any normal play, and you see the exact gap you're supposed to. And then the tush push, particularly on the goal line, there's no gap. Helmets are crossing, which is offsides. Right. Has been, and they're not going to call it. So we get one rookie guard and one injured guard to false start one time. The whole world goes, man. It's like, guys, we literally give you advantages every time, and you still can't stop it. Relax.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. So coming from my basketball background and the position I play, sometimes I can be undersized in certain matchups. And I've always been taught the battle is never going to be physical. It's mental. How mentally tough are you going to be when adversity hits? And to carry that on to this game, and Chris Jones yelling, listen, they just mentally broken. That's what happened. And that's what happens in certain games. Yeah. Is when your will is broken, and that's what happens. I see it when I'm blowing teams out by 20. Your will is broken, and the same thing with the tush push. It's teams can't replicate it because they don't want it bad enough. They're not bred into that atmosphere of what you guys run and what you guys orchestrate in the mindset. So it's never going to work. Right.
Okay.
Every mentality. It's short yardage. I wanted more than you. Who wants it more? The people that want it more are going to get the stop. And until then, there's not going to be a stop. The tush push is not going to get stopped no matter what.
You know what? If I can just piggyback on that, I think as a Chiefs fan, you probably see this as much, if not more, than what we are now seeing it as being a top dog team. Because for how many years you guys would blow teams out by the half, by third quarter. You turn off Chiefs games if you're not a Chiefs fan because like the opposing team's not trying. And that was last year, like with the Super Bowl, not to bring up a bad memory for you, but you could see it. I mean, you could see the players were just, they were out of it because they had never been smacked like that. No, and it was just a whole Chiefs team that I respect and love Chris Jones. I think he's one of the best players in the league. You could see his face in the third quarter of the Super Bowl. He wasn't there. He wanted to go home. He was done. He's I'm done with this. This is crazy. We've never in his career been smacked like they were in the Super Bowl.
Right. And then it's when.
But that's what you meant, that mentality, because like that, you guys for so long were dominant. We want this. We're gonna win, and you got used to being on top, and that's why that game happened. So this was like that grudge match comeback. It just played out a little different, but we see it against other teams the way you guys saw it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I'm seeing now, where I'm here. Go ahead, Miguel. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say to go back to what Deuce had said earlier about the mentality, right? Teams are gonna do what it takes to make Jalen Hurts win the game, and the way that he adjusts and Nick Sirianni adjusts the game plan to execute enough to win the game. We don't gotta have a 200-yard receiver. We don't have to have a 150-yard running back. We find ways to win the game. And at the end of the day, that's the only stat that counts, right? You keep the main thing the main thing. A win is a win. No matter how you get it, that's the point of the thing. And that's what Jalen does. He gets it done no matter what it takes.
And what we're seeing with the Eagles defense is that, we saw Patrick Mahomes was rushing quite a bit, and they were letting up large rushes in the first half. I think he had 47 yards or 57 yards in the first half. He only had,
but we were also blitzing.
Right. But in the second half, I think he only had like 10 or 15 rushing yards. So the adjustment was there to contain him in that second half. So those little adjustments are getting kind of like breezed over because, you're so like hyper focused on this tush push. You don't see what the defense is doing. And you don't see that the fact that, they are managing and keeping these guys who are volatile players. Like Patrick Mahomes can open up a game and change the whole game plan. And you don't know, and you can. It's too late, and it's over.
If he would have hit on that first deep bomb in the third quarter without we would have been right back in the game.
It's a different story. It's a different story, and not every team has that ability to do that to you.
But
and the Eagles contained it. The Eagles were able to contain it, and it wasn't a pretty game by all means. It was not a pretty game.
No, but those are little aspects of the games that you can't game plan for, right? The miscatches, the bobbles, the tip ups. You know what I mean? Those are the fumbles. You can't plan for those. So when they happen, the momentum shifts, and whatever team is smart enough to capitalize on it, no matter how they capitalize, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown, it's to their advantage. So,
Good, quick question: what was it? I didn't look at it. Was it statted as a fumble or an interception? It was an interception, right?
Interception.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
He just threw me off with the fumble. Wait, what?
No, I was just talking about like there's just
in general,
you can't account for. You can't game plan for.
Makes sense. I get it.
And truthfully, that interception is the game right there in my eyes, and the drive right after. Because then, even if the interception happens, now this is the defense's last ray of hope, and you get a stop right here. A stop, 3 points. They get 7. The defense dejected. It's turn up key moment.
I just want to know how does it feel, right? So we've always had another team have the, I guess, hate against, right? We had the Tuck rule when Tom Brady first came aboard, right? Then he had the Flake Gate, and then they had Spygate, or I forget which one was first, but it doesn't matter. But you know what I mean? Now the NFL, now we're the top dog. So they always find something. Last year or the last couple of years with the Chiefs, is the refs are helping the Chiefs, right?
Mhm.
So now it's our team. We're the top dog.
Well, that's what's happening. You're seeing the tides are turning now, where all this Chiefs hate, right? Hate the Chiefs. The refs are always on the Chiefs side. Now it's like the refs aren't calling off sides push. The refs are giving the Eagles the advantage on the tush push.
Right.
They're not calling off sides. It's all starting to go the other way now. The pendulum is now swinging.
Yep.
And so everybody went from hating, live long enough to be the hero, but also live long enough to become the villain.
Exactly. Right.
And that's what here.
If they're hating on you, that you're doing something right.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Let's listen. I'm the rest, whatever. As long as it says this right here at the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Exactly. And like I told these guys last year, I was like, especially after the year when we were 10-1 and then we had the collapse, right? A lot of it was
it was a great time. Loved being a fan that time.
Let's not talk about it too much. But the point is, like, in football, you don't want the decision of a game to come down into the refs' hands. So you do your best you can to control the game with your offense and the defense and take the refs out of it. But sometimes the refs get involved. Again, it's another thing that you can't game plan for, how the refs going to call something. So,
and based on what you're saying earlier about not being able to game plan, look at the Chargers this week. Like that fumble by Hampton nearly lost in the game. But they're thinking we're in, keep manage clock play. Like we're trying to run the ball down. So you're going to give it to your rookie running back instead of trusting your veteran quarterback, which makes sense normally because you're trying to run the clock. But that fumble, that was a big fumble.
Yeah.
And you just can't game plan for systems like that. You got to, it's better to just win outright. I mean, I'll give Detroit props for this past weekend. Detroit didn't let anyone care about the game. Detroit said, we're putting up 50 points. We're going to win.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask all of you a question.
Yeah.
If you sub Jared Goff into the Eagles offense, is he still successful? Matter of fact, let's do one better. A healthy Joe Burrow, who's mobile, is he going to do the same thing or even better than Jalen Hurts in that offense? And can Jalen Hurts do the same thing in the Bengals offense?
I don't think so either. Have you watched Quarterbacks on Netflix?
Yes, I watched the first episode about that.
My mindset after watching that on Joe Burrow has changed the way I think of him. He comes off as soft to me.
Oh no,
not one of those. Have the mindset
really
of a Jalen Hurts at all.
And
I see Burrow as like more traditional gunslinger. He wants to air that ball up a lot, which helps when you got Chase and Higgins out there, and no O-line. So I know wrong. He's a good quarterback, but if you watch, I was watching a video earlier about the amount of audibles that Hurts calls because Hurts reads defenses really well, and he brings a bit. Like I know that Burrow is mobile, but
not much longer.
Not Hurts level mobile, and I feel like Hurts is a little more durable. Like he's more of a thicker body, and so I think he's learned when he should go after the hit and when he doesn't. Whereas Burrow, as we recently realized, that toe's gone. He's gone for a while, where it's like, I think Burrow would be successful with the Eagles, but not in the same way. I mean, we got how many rushing touchdowns?
They wouldn't be running the tush push either. They wouldn't be running.
No, you wouldn't run that with a quarterback like that. And even just the rushing scrambling touchdowns too. You wouldn't get the same of those from him. And Hurts doesn't have you wouldn't have the O-line in Cincinnati for Hurts to do more. I mean, Hurts can change the play because he trusts that O-line. So I think it'd be a weird bag, but I like your question.
I might have to simulate an NFL season swapping Joe Burrow with Jalen Hurts. I'll do it for you, dude. So I'll simulate that whole season, see what happens, what the records are at the end of it.
That's interesting.
Do another one swapping Hurts with Mahomes. See what happens.
Okay. We'll do that.
That'll be interesting. Yeah.
I might do that.
Yeah.
There's a guy I found online. I don't know his name. He's doing an NFL imperialism series where he spins a wheel of team names and then an arrow. Okay. And on the map, they battle whichever way the arrow points, and whoever wins takes that territory. So the Eagles just beat Buffalo, so they took New York because Buffalo had already taken it from the Jets and Giants.
Right. Well, that's
and so
easy.
like, just trying to see how it like takes over the whole map. It's a pretty cool little series. You only throw a few parts. There's still like 15 teams left, but
that's cool.
it's interesting to see the upsets. Like the Saints are still on the board.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Now I got a question for you. Is that the Chiefs are now 0-2? Luckily, they're playing the Giants. This week.
They might be 0-3. They might be.
I was like,
0-3. The Dallas, they might be 0-3.
Listen, and this is a trap game. You either play down to your competition, or you play to another standard that you set yourself to.
Right.
Which one?
Yeah.
This is a fork in the road. Two choices.
Well,
the
Giants. Well, the Giants have Russell Wilson, who now leads the league in passing yards, which is, if you believe it or not,
career high, by the way, against the Cowboys. Career high for that man.
Like he's getting career yards off of moon balls. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that he's doing it. I mean, I understand.
I guess throw it. Malik Neighbors must be there.
Good. But it's just crazy that he's actually still slinging it, though.
And let's not act like the Cowboys defense is not a dumpster fire.
Agreed. Agreed. And I said earlier, I still think Chris Jones is a top 3 player in the NFL, like across the board.
He'll bounce back.
So, does Russell Wilson stay alive with Chris Jones hounding on him? Maybe not. But you know who is going to do something to him? Cam Scatterbo. I love that kid, bro.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of passion.
That kid, he like looks for contact. He's like, I got the ball. Who's first?
And that's
now that you've seen this, how do the Chiefs come out and go after the Giants next week?
They kick the shit out of them.
What are they going to do? Like, what's your prediction on that?
Well, first of all, is Xavier Worthy playing?
I haven't seen any status report yet. I remember they were saying last week that he was a healthy scratch or ready to go, but they wanted to save him for next week. So hopefully that status does change. But
Mike would know. Mike always has him on fantasy. So.
Always, and he's out.
Yeah. Mike lives for players who have all the hype and don't get there. Joe Mixon, Xavier Worthy, and then usually he'll eventually drop them, and someone else picks him up and then beats them.
And then they defeat me.
Like when I had Joe Mixon after you for 50 points.
I'm hoping that this week, if we have a solidified notifications of who's playing and who's not, so the offense can be in sync. There isn't miscues and being steps late. I don't know how long it's going to take for Travis and Patrick to get on the same page. I can't keep dying on this Travis Kelce isn't washed hill. I can't keep doing it.
So what you're trying to say is he's trying to shake it off.
And you think you think maybe he'll be feeling 22 at the end of this week?
Listen, he's kept me upright and fed the streets for too long for me to turn on him now. I get it.
I respect it.
In my eyes, he'll be top 3 until he retires. I'm sorry.
Bro, he'd probably be top 3.
Do the Chiefs like
in perpetuity? I mean, that man's like one of the greatest. I like, for all we hate on, like mess with him now, like easily one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game. I mean, the numbers he's put up is ridiculous.
I mean, I still think Tony Gonzalez is better, but I'm
okay with it. But yeah, you're still offering put a current player at number 2 all time. That's disgusting.
True.
Yeah.
And I also Pat Mahomes, he actually backs it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that the whole Chiefs wide receiver room is like a hospital ward. When do they pull the trigger on bringing in a high powered receiver like Tariq Hill? I'm watching on the game. Like, when is this going to happen?
I couldn't tell you. I was expecting something this past free agency. The year
I heard something about Odell Beckham.
What does that do?
Yeah, that's
exactly. So I'm saying, like, why his name always gets thrown in there.
That's like bringing in DeAndre.
I think if Miami loses tonight, I think if Tyreek Hill asks for a trade.
Yeah, but see, even still, he has so much stuff going on with his name right now. That's just a bad omen.
So much.
And really, here's the question: even if the Chiefs got him, and even if he has a resurgence with the Chiefs, 0-3 has never made the playoffs.
This is true.
Like, If my memory is correct, 0-3
Talk about
teams
a
have
must
never
win
made the
game.
playoffs.
Then this is a must win.
But you also forget who we're talking about.
I mean, I trust Chris Jones.
I hear what you're saying, but this also is an organization of utmost respect right now.
All I'm saying is that your division has gotten stronger than ever this year.
100%. But
judging by that first game,
the Raiders don't look too hot.
No, but they still look better. Like if you watch them play, they still look better than Raiders of last year.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Until 8 years, 9 years running, winning. Listen, they got to beat us first. They got to before to take them serious, because they can start well. In past seasons they've started well. You've seen Chargers 2-0, Raiders sometimes 2-0, even Broncos. Next thing you know, end of the season, it's a dumpster fire downhill.
True. I'm just saying, like they got better teams, they got better coaches, like they're. And I've always liked Herbert, so it's Herbert has always been kind of stuck with having nobody that can catch, and now suddenly I don't know what happened in the offseason. Quentin Johnson found his hands. He must have gone to play like Vegas, play the lottery, and like won a new pair of hands. And then Keenan Allen came back. We're like, oh, he's washed. Like he's a retard. He's a target. This how to catch a ball.
And then McConkey too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, McConkey is nutty. So it's, I mean, he finally has a little bit better. It does suck. He lost his left tackle to start the year, but I think Herbert and the Chargers might have a good chance to maybe win a division this year. I don't want to speak too early on them, but like the competition looks a little bit more balanced for once. I'll say that.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna move on.
Unlike this one.
Stay on. Let's talk Rams with us. The Rams are coming in now. The Rams are 2-0. Coming into played where the last all Saquon march down through the snow, right? And Eagles beat them to move on to the NFC Championship game. Sean McVay is 0-3 against Nick Sirianni. Just we'll put that out there too. I would say this is a revenge game. Another playoff rematch, back-to-back rematch.
And the toughest one we had.
Right,
it was the closest game we had in the postseason.
Right. That game could have gone either way in the end there. Miguel, thoughts on this game? What are your quick first take about what is going to happen here, and then what are you expecting?
A lot of people want to blame the weather for us winning that playoff game last year because of the snow. Well, this weekend ain't gonna be no excuse. It's gonna be beautiful this weekend. It's gonna be straight LA type weather out here, so there should be no excuse for them. But I think we make adjustments this week that allow Saquon to get going and Jalen to get the ball to AJ and Devontae. I feel like our offense will look more complete this week than it has in the last 2 weeks.
I agree. The Eagles are the only team in the NFL who doesn't have a passing touchdown.
Yeah, that'll change.
And I think that's going to change this week. Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Verse still hates us. But, birds, man, we're going to fly to victory on this one.
He hates us because he ain't us, man.
I still love Saquon's song. That was perfect. I think Saquon might still be held in check a little bit. He might not break 100 yards again, which, understandable. I will say I like the way the backups are being utilized. A.J. Dillon's got some touches. I know Shipley had before he got hurt. I don't know. Did we see Tank at all last week? I don't remember.
We did not see Tank.
Maybe we're seeing this week then. I don't know. We'll see how that goes and shapes out. But A.J. Brown feels like he's coming up for a game. I feel like that's just been like if I'm putting money down, I think I'm putting money on A.J. Brown on a touchdown this week. It just feels like I can taste it in the water. And if I'm going to be real silly, Coop gets his second pick.
Interesting.
I feel a pick for Coop this week.
I feel it for Quentin.
I thought about it. I was like, you know what? He's going to be going up against Puka. I think he's going to have some really good defenses. But I feel like Puka is one of the receivers that, if needed, is going to hit you. at the same time, and I still think you're picking them off. Like I feel it's going to be a fight, and nobody gets the ball. Where I feel like Coop's going to come across on like like a quick route. He's looking for someone to come across, and Coop's just there. My ball, just pieces.
Yeah,
I just see it. That's like what he did with Mahomes. Like, and I don't even blame Mahomes for that pick. Like I loved it, obviously, as a fan, but at the time, it's like if you look at it from Mahomes' line of view and you see the players, like you've got a levels system, your players there, you're throwing that ball. It's weird that Coop just went, I'm here. You didn't see me because I'm a short guy or whatever, but like, man does it. And I think he might do it this week to Stafford.
The Eagles have played the Rams 3 straight games and also have beaten them 3 straight games. This game isn't going to be where the first game they played last year where Saquon went crazy. Puka got a good number of yards during that game. If you guys remember, he got open a lot and he was able and that was going against Slay, right? I'm nervous about when Puka goes up against the Dory Jackson this week. I'm not sure that.
You think he will?
There will be times. There will be times. I'm pretty sure there will be.
Like, granted, I'm not the defense coordinator, but I'm going to put an island on him, and that island's called Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
I agree.
Because who's their other receiver? I don't even remember their other receiver now. They got
there were too many
Devontae Adams.
Oh, true. Oh, okay. I get it.
There were too many rumors this offseason about how Quentin Michael was going to be following the best receiver, and we haven't done that so far this season.
No.
So I think this is the game where, okay, they have one player that's a threat pass-wise, and I think we can get away with, zone coverage on the other guys that are out.
I'm not going to sleep on Devontae Adams. I forgot that's who he was, and he does hurt people.
He's lost a step. He's not the same player that he was once.
He still got some plays.
Them yards last week say otherwise.
He did have a good game last week. What are your thoughts from a Chiefs fan point of view? Looking at this game, what are your thoughts?
I definitely think with the secondary that's going to be where the test is. I think Matt Stafford, and they're obviously, I think, just watching the film, there's going to be certain things that they've seen these past 2 weeks that they might try and attack in your defense, especially, DB wise. Adoree Jackson, Quinyon Mitchell has been playing well, but I don't know too much about the other names, but even still, it's Devontae Adams. That's a prolific name, and also Puka Nacua, who is at first going to look for contact after any catch or whatever. So gonna have to wrap up the whole game because they're looking.
And also, if he not only is he part of the receiving game, he's also part of the rushing game. He had a 45-yard rushing touchdown last week. So we want to, that's another thing you got to keep an eye on. Quinyon Mitchell is not a big guy. Cooper DeJean, we saw him getting stiff-armed by Travis Kelce pretty well last week. We saw that.
Question for you. What's Jordan Davis' injury?
Jalen Carter, he's got some sort of shoulder problem that's been nagging him throughout the preseason, and it kind of like irritated during that game. He did not practice. What's today? Today's Thursday. He did not practice yesterday. And yesterday was their first day back. They had Monday and Tuesday off. So he didn't practice at all yesterday. I don't know about today yet. Today's Thursday. So
he was a limited player.
There you go.
Shipley also was, as was Tanner McKee.
Right. So, and they also brought back Kenyon Green again. So that guy keeps getting dropped and cut and put on the practice squad and signed. Like, I don't know what I feel bad for that guy. Nobody's signing him. He just keeps getting dropped by the Eagles every other week. But he's back on the team, and so I guess there's another addition to the offensive line that we can keep an eye out on. Let's go around. Let's do our scores. We'll do our Eagles scores. And any last minute interjections you want to put in. I'll let Deuce go first on this, and then we'll go around to Miguel, Mark, and we'll finish now.
All right.
So, am I getting my score first, or
give us if you have interjections, if you have anything to say about the game, and then scores.
Listen, man, this is at the end of every game. There's a fork in the road. You can go left, you can go right. You either choose to fall to your adversity or you rise to the occasion. At the end of the day, you can't look in hindsight. It's in the past. So you move forward. 0-2, okay. So what? So what? What now? Okay, we've never been here before. Okay, this is a new trek, new path. Now we got to create a new identity for ourselves that isn't all we do is win, no adversity, it's a breeze, right? So let's figure it out. What type of man are you? We're gonna find out. Scores, I'm gonna go.
You have New England and Buffalo, and we'll give you New England Buffalo, and then do your Kansas City's game, and then do an Eagles game.
New England, Buffalo.
Let me see who New England is playing. Well, Buffalo's playing Miami, so do that because
You're cutting out like crazy.
I don't know if do you know the score yet of that game? I'm cutting out.
Say one more time.
You cut out. We didn't hear you.
The entire time you spoke.
Okay. Oh, great, awesome. Give me who's going to win, Buffalo or Miami? I don't know if you know the score yet or anything, but just do that one.
They're the 7-7 right now, and like kind of the end of the first quarter. I'm gonna go with Buffalo winning. I'm gonna say the score ends up being 31-21.
Wow.
I like it.
All right, and then we got Kansas City Giants.
35-10.
Oh,
wow.
I like you. Go win.
Make a statement.
Giants? Wow.
I love it.
That's going to be a fun game. That's a battle of 0-2 teams. That's a Sunday night game.
Who wants it more?
Exactly. So now here's your question.
Battle of the bums.
Eagles and Rams, my guy. How are we doing?
I'm still liking you guys in that game though. I think it's close though. Score wise, it's 24-21.
Wow.
Okay.
That's close. That's close.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's within a 7-point margin.
Okay.
Fair
enough.
Miguel? Go ahead.
Rams are +7 for sure.
Is that the line?
No, my.
Oh, okay. If that's the line, I'm putting money on that. +7, easy.
Yeah, no.
Goodness.
No. The line is 3.5. So he's right on the money.
I don't know if I'm taking the Rams on 3.5. Anyway, go ahead, Miguel.
Go ahead. So what's your Eagles Rams score?
My Eagles Rams score will be, I'm gonna say it's going to be also a defensive battle. So I'm going to say 24-14 Eagles win.
24-14.
And just for the record, I almost had the score exact.
You did.
You did a great job. It was a great job.
You did. Yeah, you were the closest. Well, yeah, you're pretty close to that.
Yep.
So then you have Pittsburgh Patriots.
That's an ugly one. That's only a 1.5 difference.
I believe it's in New England.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in New England.
It is in New England, yep.
I'm going to say the Steelers walk away with that one.
Okay,
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
you next have Baltimore versus Detroit. Monday Night Football.
Oof. That's a hard one.
That's going to be a hard
and that one is also in Baltimore.
Yeah,
correct,
that's a hard one.
That's going to be a great game.
It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, Monday night's going to be a worthy night to watch for once.
Man. I'm just going to give it to Baltimore being at their home.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra doesn't scare you?
Not too
That
much.
man.
Listen, Baltimore known for losing at the back matter.
Yeah, true.
Cincinnati and Minnesota.
That's the battle of the backup.
Cincinnati and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Carson
Who do you
Wentz's
trust more?
debut. Jake
Battle
Browning versus Carson Wentz.
I'm not gonna go with Carson Wentz. I'm going Browning.
Oh,
I'm going Browning.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
he did get Jamar Chase some good numbers last week. So
Yeah.
let's see.
All right. Good deal. Last week,
Oh,
I
shit.
believe everybody was. Let me just give you our quick records from last week. Let's see. Miguel was 2-2. I was 4-1. Take it. Deuce was 2-1, and Mark was 3-1. So kind of getting
Did
close
not expect
here.
the Broncos to lose to the Colts. Okay, was not expecting Indiana Jones to do it again. All right,
Indiana Jones.
That was
Indiana
nutty.
Jones, man. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Bro, imagine
Did you hear
the AFC representative is the Colts.
Did you hear that the Giants are going to go all in, make
York.
a huge offer to the Colts for their quarterback? The Giants are going to make a huge offer for him.
Yeah,
I doubt that. But I was listening to New York Sports Talk Radio, and they were talking about why is it that the Jets, well, mostly the Jets, why do they come to New York? They have the quarterback, and then they go out and be some better somewhere else. Geno Smith, Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Aaron Rodgers this year.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, now
He isn't hurt yet.
yeah, now Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So it's just
It's the Big Apple. It's a lot of people can't take that pressure of living in New York and being under the eye all 24/7. I think that's got to be it.
This is true.
I actually feel bad for Williams,
Jackson
man.
Dart.
Like, oh no, I mean like the receivers, like Williams and Neighbors. Like you're talking about two receivers that are stars in this league. If they're, I mean, Neighbors is still putting up numbers better than Williams. We put either one of them anywhere else, and it's just their numbers would be nutty, and they're just not.
I got a question for you guys. Would you guys so Howie was willing to give up 2 first rounders for
Micah Parsons?
Would you give the Jets 2 first rounders for Sauce?
For Sauce Gardner?
Yeah, for Sauce, yeah.
No, he doesn't tackle.
He doesn't tackle.
Doesn't
I don't even tackle. We got other people to tackle. He needs
Darius
to stop
Slay didn't tackle either.
Yeah. We got enough talent out there to do everything else. Someone that can locks down like that right now, I'd take it. Because it's a guaranteed thing.
But after those first 2 years he's in the league, it's been silent as a church mouse.
You know what though? It's the Darrelle Revis effect though. I remember when Revis came out, and I said the same. Like I was telling my buddy so hype on Revis, and he's like, "Bro, like after his 4th year, he's like, I never hear about Revis anymore, man. You were so high." I'm like, "Yeah, because nobody throws to him. No one is looking at Darrelle Revis line up against the receiver.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's something about to ask.
Is
that the case? Yeah, it's like
I don't know. I'm just I don't watch the Jets games, but I'm just presuming because Sauce is still kind of treated as Sauce, like he's got to be him still, right? Yeah. But I know for a fact that with when it came to Revis, it was like Revis Island. Like receivers would line up knowing I'm not going to get this ball. There's no chance in hell my quarterback could have. There could be 30 guys on the field covering someone else. They're still going to not throw it to me. Like it's just not happening.
Yeah,
he made you hurt.
The Jets are in a bad place. So when your quarterback Justin Fields I think his QB rating last week was 1.1.
Sheesh,
it's bad. It was bad.
It's always the Jets, my guy.
Always the Jets.
Becker, man, I feel so bad for you if you're listening to this, Becker.
That dude fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, he sure did. He got married, and now he's
and now never hear from him. Once in a while I do, but not nearly as much as I used to.
Yeah, he sends me like a middle finger meme or something.
Yeah. I do that too.
Yeah, so
all right, Mark, dial in.
All right, make this a little easy on you. I wrote down my Eagles score a while ago.
Okay.
I agree with Deuce. I agree with Miguel. This is not going to be a blowout. This will be a close game. I do think we're going to score some points in the air, unlike that pass from Josh Allen. 24-17, go Birds.
24-17.
Yeah, something about that 17 feels right. I feel like people just like kickers this year,
Yeah.
All right, so you have Kansas City or the Giants.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Oh, Big Blue.
Don't do it.
Let's be realistic here. Let's not put
look. Okay,
I can't wait for that Sunday night game. I can't wait.
I just want to point out that last week, okay, the Chiefs put up 17 points, right? As we called it, they would. Okay, the Giants put up 37. The week before that, Chiefs put up 21. Giants put up 6. So, like, the teams are kind of, back and forth playing games. As much as I would love to see the Giants win this because it'd be funny, even though, like, obviously at the same time, it's one of those you're like almost I wish it could be a tie because, like, they're the Giants, but they're trapped. Like, we're not going to worry about the Giants. Come on, the Chiefs are going to win this game. How are they going to win this game is the real question. I'll give it to them. I'll give them 27.
We're taking score.
You're giving a
14.
score for this game, just
for that
one.
one.
Just
for that. Yeah, just for
27-14.
Yeah,
Chiefs.
The line is
Chiefs.
5.5.
I'll give the Chiefs.
Okay.
Mike, you keep trying to 27-14.
I'll be nice. I'll give it to the Chiefs. I got a lot of friends and neighbors and family. No family is a Giants fan, but I got some friends who are Giants fans. I feel bad for them. I think mentally, they must have been dropped as kids. I mean, it's a weird thing. Well, these guys, Jersey born and raised, they know better. They know Philadelphia is the way to go.
Better.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Next game is pretty. I only have 3 games again this week because the Chargers are
playing
just on a tear of playing their division to start the whole season.
Yep.
This is in LA.
It's in LA.
They look better than Denver.
Spread is 2.5.
Win.
Okay.
What did you say? 2.5?
Yeah. Spread is 2.5.
That's it.
That's it.
Damn. That's close.
Yeah.
They expect a lot from Denver this year.
Interesting. Now, my next question is actually kind of a weird question. So, Raiders are playing the Commanders. Is Jaden Daniels playing or is it Mariota?
They said that he's playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's questionable.
But if it's Mariota, we know that they're going to win anyway, right? Because it's Mariota, right?
Can he say it? He can't say it.
He can't even say it.
He can't say it.
I would expect the Commanders.
Say the thing, Mark. Say the thing. Say the thing, Mark.
Expect the Commanders to still win with Mariota, yes, but I don't think it'd be nearly as like this game has an opportunity for a blowout with Jaden Daniels.
With Jaden Daniels.
3.5?
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I'm betting that spread. I'm betting that they cover that easily. So, yeah.
Another touchdown.
So you're taking the Commanders?
Yeah. It's weird. Like I had to make 3 picks for our division tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird stuff. But you know who's gonna win it all? Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
So I'll do mine real quick. I say Eagles 28, Rams 17, easy win. Jared Verse, we're not even going to see him. He's going to be invisible.
That touchdown is nasty.
I just needed Josh Allen to throw it to Kincaid again. So I need some points from those guys. Tampa Bay and the Jets. That's a no-brainer. Tampa Bay all the way. Atlanta.
With Tyrod Taylor starting, you still taking Baltimore?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
The Bucks.
Yes.
Agbuka.
Atlanta and Carolina, another easy one. Atlanta, even though Atlanta struggles, Carolina is not. Carolina is the definition of a dumpster fire of an organization.
Yeah, they are.
And I have New Orleans and Seattle. Seattle looked really good last week. They put up a huge number against the Steelers, 34-17 or something. So I don't see why they won't do it against the 0-2 Saints. So I'll go with Seattle.
You don't think Spencer Rattler could pull this one out of his hat?
I do not think he can pull anything out of anything.
He might pull a loss.
He'll pull a loss right in front of everybody.
Yeah, I've heard he holds L's really well.
I'm sure does.
Great, awesome, another awesome podcast, guys. Deuce, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you showing up and chatting with us. More than welcome to come back anytime you want.
Of
Just
course,
let us
and
know.
I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking, I'm like, I could.
You enjoy this, right?
I was gonna say, do we have a new member?
We got him a.
I think we have a new
We gotta get
member.
him a Jalen Hurts jersey though.
Oh,
I
I'll burn
do
as soon as I
remember
get that.
though. I do remember something about you and I talking earlier in the summer about jerseys and wearing. Do you remember something like that?
Of course, and I'm a man of my word, so I'll tell you what. I'll talk to Megan. I'm sure she has some type of Eagles gear or whatever,
I'm sure she
and
does.
I'll get her to take a video of me in some Eagles gear, and you can post it wherever too and stuff like that.
Boom. Boom.
I love it.
Awesome.
I love it.
That'll
be my
the man of his word.
Maybe they'll be super respectful for you and get you a Kelsey jersey. Then you'll feel like still kind of at home.
Right.
If it has that green or something, I'm never gonna feel like that.
Man.
All right, fellas. Well, you know how we do.
E-A-G-L-E-S.
Eagles, let's go Birds.
I'm not gonna participate in that, but thank you for having me.